Have you ever wondered what secrets lie buried beneath our feet? History is filled with epic tales of mighty empires, but what about the stories that end in silence? I'm talking about entire civilizations that, at the peak of their power, simply vanished. Today, we're embarking on a journey to uncover the truth behind some of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. From bustling cities swallowed by the jungle to advanced societies that disappeared without a trace, we'll explore the clues they left behind and the theories that attempt to explain their sudden demise. So grab your explorer's hat, because things are about to get mysterious. Our first stop is in Central America, home to the incredible Maya civilization. For over 2,000 years, the Maya dominated the region, building breathtaking pyramid temples, developing a complex writing system, and creating a calendar so precise it's still mind-boggling today. Their cities like Tikal and Calakmul were sprawling metropolises, bustling with trade, art, and intellectual life. But then, around the 9th century AD, something strange happened. The southern Maya lowlands, the heart of their civilization, began to collapse. One by one, the great cities were abandoned. The grand plazas fell silent, and the jungles slowly crept in to reclaim the stone monuments. So what happened? For decades, archaeologists have debated this. Was it a catastrophic war? A deadly pandemic? The evidence points to a combination of factors. Intensive farming led to severe soil erosion and deforestation. This, combined with a series of prolonged, devastating droughts, made it impossible to sustain the massive populations. The delicate balance they had maintained with their environment was broken. It's a chilling reminder that even the most advanced societies are at the mercy of nature. Next, we travel across the Atlantic to the Aegean Sea to the island of Crete, once home to the Minoan civilization. Flourishing around 3000 BC, the Minoans were Europe's first great civilization. They were master sailors, artists, and builders. Their palace at Knossos was a labyrinthine marvel of engineering, complete with advanced plumbing and stunning frescoes depicting a vibrant culture. Unlike their contemporaries, the Minoans seemed to have no need for massive defensive walls, suggesting they were a peaceful, trade-oriented society. But around 1450 BC, their world came to a sudden, violent end. Palaces were burned, settlements were abandoned, and their unique culture seemed to evaporate. The prime suspect? The volcanic island of Thera, now known as Santorini, located just 70 miles north. The eruption of Thera was one of the largest in human history, a cataclysmic event that would have sent massive tsunamis crashing into the northern coast of Crete. The resulting ashfall could have poisoned crops and disrupted trade routes, crippling the Minoan economy. While the eruption didn't wipe them out instantly, it likely weakened them so severely that they became vulnerable to invasion by the Mycenaeans from mainland Greece. The peaceful sea kings were no match for the warrior culture that followed. Let's journey now to the Indus Valley, in modern-day Pakistan and India, where another great ancient civilization mysteriously faded away. The Indus Valley civilization, also known as the Harappan civilization, was one of the world's first urban cultures, contemporaneous with ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. By 2500 BC, they had built incredibly well-planned cities like Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, complete with sophisticated grid-like street layouts, advanced drainage systems, and standardized baked bricks. They had their own writing system, which remains undeciphered to this day, leaving us with so many unanswered questions about their beliefs and daily lives. For nearly 1,000 years, they thrived. But around 1800 BC, their cities began to decline. People started abandoning these urban marvels, and the civilization slowly dissolved. Unlike the Maya or Minoans, there's no evidence of a massive war or a single catastrophic event. The leading theory points to gradual but devastating climate change. Shifts in monsoon patterns may have dried up the rivers that were the lifeblood of their agricultural society. The Sarasvati River, often mentioned in ancient Indian texts and believed to be a major water source for the Harappans, eventually disappeared. Without reliable water, their farming collapsed, forcing a migration to smaller, more rural settlements. The great cities were simply left to crumble into dust. Our next mystery takes us to North America, to the Four Corners region of the United States. Here, nestled in sheer cliff faces, are the incredible cliff dwellings of the ancestral Pueblones, a culture once known as the Anasazi. Between 900 and 1300 AD, they built stunning multi-story stone villages like Cliff Palace in Mesa Verde, which looks like an ancient apartment complex carved right into the rock. They were skilled farmers, potters, and astronomers. Their society was complex and deeply connected to the dramatic landscape they called home. But by the year 1300, they had completely abandoned these magnificent settlements. For centuries, the question of why has puzzled historians. Early theories suggested invasion by hostile tribes, but archaeological evidence for widespread conflict is scarce. The most compelling evidence, much like with the Maya, points to environmental disaster. Tree ring data reveals that the late 15th century saw a 24-year-long great drought. In an already arid landscape, this would have been catastrophic. Springs dried up, crops failed, and the land could no longer support the population. It seems the ancestral Pueblones made a calculated decision to migrate to areas with more reliable water sources, like the Rio Grande Valley, where their descendants, the modern Pueblo peoples, live today. This story isn't one of a people who vanished, but of a people who adapted and survived by making the difficult choice to leave their ancestral homes behind. Finally, we sail into the vast Pacific Ocean to the most isolated piece of inhabited land on Earth, Easter Island, or Rapa Nui. The island is famous for its nearly 900 monumental statues, called moai, massive stone heads carved by the Rapa Nui people. These statues, some weighing up to 80 tons, are an incredible feat of engineering and artistry. But the island that European explorers found in the 18th century was a barren, treeless landscape, its people living in a state of decline. What happened to the advanced society that carved and transported these colossal statues? The classic theory suggests an ecocide, the Rapa Nui, in their zeal to build moai and transport them on log rollers, are said to have cut down every last tree on the island. This deforestation led to soil erosion, the collapse of their ecosystem, and ultimately, starvation and societal collapse. It's a powerful cautionary tale. However, more recent research offers a more nuanced picture. While deforestation did occur, the arrival of Europeans brought diseases and the slave trade, which devastated the remaining population. It is likely a combination of self-inflicted environmental damage and external pressures that led to the downfall of this unique and isolated culture. The silent moai stand as haunting sentinels, witnesses to a complex and tragic history. From the jungles of Central America to the remote shores of the Pacific, the stories of these lost civilizations are both fascinating and humbling. They remind us that nothing is permanent, and that even the mightiest societies can fall. Whether brought down by climate change, natural disasters, or their own actions, their silent cities leave us with more questions than answers. They are ghostly echoes from the past, challenging us to learn from their mistakes and to wonder what mysteries still lie waiting to be discovered. What do you think is the most compelling reason for their collapse? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey through time. If you enjoyed this exploration of history's great unknowns, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you next time.